I'm about to sneeze. Sorry, guys. I'm not near the mute button.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you again. Bless you again. That's enough.
Thanks.
That's enough.
And now why am I? Oh, because I'm not. Skype call.
Coronavirus.
Corona's everywhere.
Damn, I haven't done a research task in a week.
It's the beauty of being level 40. Don't really have to care anymore.
Yeah, I just did.
Not there yet. Well, I'm there.
I'm 41.
At the point of not. I'm at the point of not caring. I'm not at the point of being level 40. I got one of these Voltorbs. Oh, I got one of these Voltorbs. Cool. It looks weird.
Everything from this new. I think there's only like region looks weird. I'm not a fan. I think there's only like 3 or 4 that I thought looked cool. Everything else to me looks like shit.
This Arceus game looks pretty cool though. Like there's like alpha Pokemon and whatnot.
Yeah, Twine, you missed out, bro. That's what we were talking about last night or yesterday on the stream. Because Wallace has it, and I think my friend Ashley is getting it too, and we were talking about how cool and fun it would be.
Sorry if you can hear that.
I wish I could have been there, but you know, sleep.
Right. Again, not.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but yeah, we had a good time. And,
Thank you for muting me.
I started watching or rewatching Devils of Part-Timer because Matt was talking about it, and it's still hilarious. I got like halfway through an episode, and I was just like, I'm gonna pause this and take a little nap. And then it was like 1 o'clock at that time, and I woke back up, and it was like 6 p.m. and I was like, okay, then a little nap, but you know.
It's exactly the little nap I was looking for.
Then I was gonna get back on, or I was gonna try and play the PlayStation because I was feeling my fever broke, before I went back to sleep. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play some PlayStation. Never did that. So I'm gonna try to get on some COD today.
Yeah, Matt. Oh, I muted you, but I'm gonna mute you. Matt, how long were you? He's still muted. Okay.
Oh, were y'all playing COD? I still want to unlock my TS, and then I still want to hit the end of the battle pass. So I got this week to work on that.
Oh, is the season almost over?
Mm-hmm. It ends this week.
Damn.
Let's see how that works.
I guess that makes time to reset. I guess that makes sense. I hit level 201 last night. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So play a little bit of that today after we watch SNL, go grocery shopping.
Watch some foosball.
I'll
probably have the game on while I'm playing.
Why is
COD.
it like such a delay, man?
The internet.
Let's see if that works. Who you guys pulling forward for today for football?
Rams. Only the Rams. All 3 other teams to lose. I know that's not possible, but I want the AFC to just not happen, and just the Rams.
And it's like I want the Bengals to win, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm sick of the Chiefs, but at the same time, I don't care for the Bengals.
I care for Joe, Big Joe is what we called him yesterday when I was talking to Michael.
I kind of just don't want San Francisco to win because Michael's a fan of San Francisco. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I'd be okay with the
want,
Rams
I,
and the Bengals
I want 49ers just for
in the
Michael,
Super Bowl.
but at the same time, I don't want the 49ers to win because they don't deserve it. Because of Michael, and they don't deserve
Michael.
it. Like, it was the Packers and Cowboys to lose it this year, and they both happened to lose too. I still think Packers and Cowboys are better teams than Rams and 49ers. They are a better team.
I have to
Do you
disagree.
think 49ers deserve to be in the Super Bowl? Or the Rams?
No, I'm saying the Cowboys.
I know
The Cowboys ain't it.
They just don't need Mike McCarthy as a coach. Okay, I think we are all set up and good. And then I'm just gonna edit this real quick, and then I don't have spell apparently. Cool, now we good. I'm ready when you guys are. I don't know. Whatever. I'll complain at post.
Sweet.
Post stream.
Post.
Post stream. I will complain about what is going on. But
Sounds good. We're also now live on, I guess recording on Skype too, so I can have this for later. That was a big stretch. Let's get it.
Ooh, 1 second. I'm sorry.
Just as I was about to begin. Oh yeah, anybody watching live, I hope you love that nice good yawn from Tawan just now.
You're welcome.
Ooh, Record of Ragnarok season 2 is coming out this
What
year.
episode are you on for the Devil's Part-Timer, by the way?
Anyway.
One.
I'm on episode like 5, but we can talk about any part of it because I've seen the whole thing.
Only episode 3, but I know I gotta watch it because Hulu's taking it off very soon.
Yeah. I'll think of it later.
That is okay. Because you're the wizard heading.
Are you ready to rumble?
That becomes the intro. Y'all ready for this? What is up, feasters? Welcome back to another great episode of the Anime Feast. I'm Dominique, and with me, as always, we have Matthew. Yeah, I threw you guys off. I thought I was gonna go him first. And Tawan.
What I did. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed.
Tawan, are you in a different room today?
I'm in the studio today. So
camera angles look different, so I was like, he's in a new
I'm in a new spot too. I'm in a new spot. I have a different gray wall behind me. I'm in my room instead of the living room.
A different gray wall.
Yeah.
This gray wall is different than the other gray wall.
Jesus.
Though it is gray, the gray is different gray.
Grateful.
I thought you were gonna say this is grateful.
Hey, great.
I don't know.
I had Grateful Buster in my mind, so I was like, Grateful Buster had good sensei.
He did.
Other
than she's dead.
Yeah, guys.
Why do senseis have to die? Sorry.
It's because apparently that's the only way your students can get better. It's fucking stupid.
It's well, not all the great senseis died. Like
No.
well, never mind. He did die.
There's only one live one on my list, I believe, or at least one active one. Actually,
is
it Kakashi?
We're not there yet.
Technically,
also, Kakashi did technically die. So
no. Before we continue, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, and if you are with us on the live chat, welcome. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for whenever we go live and whenever new videos pop up.
Absolutely, and be sure to comment down below. We're talking today about senpai, senseis, and our favorite, some of the best things like that. So comment yours down below. Who was one of your favorite senseis, or just ones that you really like. Because today's convo is going to be really fun, and I'm sure you guys we're gonna discuss some similar people. It's going to be very interesting. But yeah, that's the topic. And who would like to begin?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not really going in any order. I guess we can just kind of throw some names out there and talk about these individual
It's just
senseis.
One of the best senseis, I believe, Piccolo.
see, out of Dragon Ball Z, I was gonna pick Piccolo, but I have Master Roshi, and I think Master Roshi, he's a live one, by the way. Even Piccolo dies in GT, even though GT technically not canon, but technically, if we were talking about Piccolo, technically he did die too. Well, he's been dead a couple times. I know there was
That's a lot of technicalities you did there, Matt. Okay. So I did think Master Roshi's top tier sensei, and the one that is still alive and doing all the things for Krillin and going from there. Piccolo
for Gohan.
Yeah, he trained Gohan.
He's more of a father. He's more father. I still love him.
Yeah, I mean he kind of trained Gohan, and then he just had his ass
kind of trained Gohan.
Was...
Like Gohan learned most of his stuff from like Piccolo and like going to Namek and like honestly, other than like preparing for Cell, like Piccolo really made Gohan a warrior.
True. I can see it, but no. Dodge, exactly.
Teaching him to dodge.
Dodge. When he dodges better, he's like, "Oh, did your heart just skip a beat?" Yes.
I mean, I feel like Piccolo exposed him to like real combat situations, not just like, hey, move this rock, like Gohan, like Goku and Krillin learn how to do.
Wax on, wax off, bro.
Rewatching the original Dragon Ball and like even like watching the Dragon Ball the first time, like the part where they have to zigzag through the tree forest and everything. Like Master Roshi is the first teacher that took time and to like develop them. And when they went to the tournament for the first time too, like he participated in the tournament to show them there are stronger people out there.
No, Grandpa Gohan trained Goku until Goku killed him. But yeah, then it was Master Roshi.
Also, Master Roshi did not want to lose his title to Goku at all. And then, like, when he almost beat him, he was like, "Whew, he almost killed me there," but he didn't.
I mean, the dude's name is Master Roshi. Come on, like, best out. He is the master. Best out. Everybody calls him Master Roshi.
I love him because he's still, during the Tournament Power arc, he is considered before Yamcha.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's like.
Yeah. Gosh, Yamcha is just terrible.
It's just so weird because Yamcha's not that bad of a fighter either, but we give him shit all the time.
I mean, he plays I don't know. I was going to say he plays baseball, but he left being a martial artist to play baseball. Also, he lost Bulma to Vegeta. So
he did it to himself on that one.
Yeah, that's true.
When you let a Cyberman blow you up like that and just get put in the fetal position, dead, and that kind of just makes it known that you are that you're done. You're done.
Once your body gets memed, like your dead body just curled up in a crater, gets memed everywhere. I don't think anyone can have any honest respect for you.
To the point that they added into Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. If I'm not mistaken, it was like a thing in Kakarot.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was it the man? Okay, who's your guys' favorite Naruto sensei?
Jiraiya.
Pervy Sage. I don't know if I have.
We had a discussion last night. Michael called because they're in the part of Michael and Sarah are in the pain arc, and Kakashi just died. Spoiler if you're not in the pain arc, by the way, but it's kind of too late.
Also, isn't that like
I
a
think so.
10-year-old part at this point? Like,
It did happen forever ago.
What is the rule? Is it like if it's over like 2 years old, you're allowed to spoil because like you should have watched it by now, or?
I think
I mean,
in
it's
anime, I
been
try to give
over.
it a little bit more than 2 years, just because a
I
lot
would
of
give it
people are
like
just not getting.
5.
Yeah, but yeah,
But also, like, I actually thought about going back and rewatching Naruto just because I saw the part where um, Naruto's running through the forest and Jiraiya has just died, and he puts his hand on his shoulder, and Naruto stops and looks back, and,
The
he's like,
feel
"Ah."
is.
And I'm like, oh, the field, the fields, and also the part where, oh no, is that spoiling?
no, I was gonna speak, but I was gonna.
Oh,
I was sorry, I wasn't telling you to. I was gonna say something, but it starts
I
with
was,
an SH.
oh, and then also just that little moment when Kusame and Itachi were coming to the Leaf Village and they saw Jirai and they're like, "All right, do you think you could beat him?" He's like, "I don't know. If we fought, we'd probably both die, and then that would just besmirch the Seven Swordsmen of the Mist and the last Uchiha." But yeah, it's just like Jirai was that dude. You didn't even know it because he was just so carefree most of the time.
Shit, Jiraiya did one thing, and that was teach Naruto Rasengan. Orochimaru, on the other hand, was out there getting Sasuke ready. Sasuke was out that bitch ready, because it wasn't Jiraiya really that taught the Sage Mode. That was the Toads. Orochimaru, however, had Sasuke out there with the curse marks and the multiple lightning techniques on top of the Chidori, the different snake attacks, all that shit.
And it don't matter because he was still gonna use Susanoo at the end of the day.
Okay, and Naruto just gonna use Kurama at the end of the day. But who the one that was a better sensei? Orochimaru, hands down.
No.
Actually, Tsunade. She was the
Actually,
best.
for all the senseis, Tsunade did the most for homegirl. Crap. Sakura. Yeah, thank you.
Sakura.
Like,
Wow,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not relevant to
But
you.
like,
You forgot her
Sakura
name.
was useless in the beginning, and then at least in the beginning of Shippuden, she made Sakura more relevant. She taught her healing techniques and also fighting. Like, what?
Yeah, learning the chakra control points, like increasing your strength, and then the forbidden jutsu, the healing jutsu one, that was
But then
clutch.
even like Jiraiya just helped Naruto kind of bring Kurama to his inner self, but he didn't really. Even the first arc, like I mean, he still couldn't control his feelings, and with Kurama's power and everything. So what did Jiraiya actually do?
Exactly.
it also
Dry
taught
ain't
him summoning.
do shit. Yes,
You taught
Jiraiya taught Naruto summoning
Into
by tossing him into
ravine with
into
spikes
a
on the
ravine.
bottom.
He was like, "Die, bitch."
And you're gonna have to summon
Oh,
something.
you choose a big one though? It's like, why did you choose the biggest powerful one? It's like
Yeah.
I really had no choice. I was about to die, but whatever. You could have summoned any of the other toads but him, and I've been happy. But no, you chose him. I can't remember his name. Yeah.
Starts with the G, but I can't remember it either.
And it's like Ginkamaru or something like that.
It's like awesome. And Asuma still did better, more than both of them.
Yes, Ozimus was. I mean, Kakashi, I think, is one of the best senseis. But yeah, Asuma, just like the ties in the relationship he had, and I feel like I feel like we're able to say that because he died and all the effects that led to. Like it's one of those where like this sensei was talked about a lot by one of the more important characters being Shikamaru, and then died, and we all got to experience that sadness with Shikamaru and the team. I mean, obviously Shino and Choji, but really Shikamaru. And I feel like that's why we all talk about Azuma about a lot more, because like think about it, no, I was gonna say Kurenai Sensei, but nobody really gives a shit.
No one did. It's sad, honestly. It's like she did a lot, working with Hinata and Shino and Kiba, but like she was very lackluster.
Yeah.
Because we don't know anything she taught them besides like just teamwork. She was a genjutsuist, and it's like, what's the point of being a genjutsuist in the Naruto verse if you're not going to be an Uchiha? Like,
Yeah, I mean, if you were like in other villages, I feel like it'd be great. But when you are in a village that has, people with Sharingan and the Byakugan, it's kind of like you don't have a point to be here. Like you're kind of useless, even if she had red eyes. But and then you also think about Guy Sensei, and like Guy Sensei was, I feel like a good sensei for Lee, like for a one-on-one purpose, fantastic for Lee. For the entire group, eh, like Neji didn't really need that shit, and Tenten definitely didn't
Tintin
need
like
that
got like
shit.
the
So like,
backhand, like she got like the second servings of of Guy Sensei's training, but like I think Guy he's a good sensei just because like he knows what the strengths of his team are and actually it helps him out with that. Like he knew Rock Lee couldn't do anything else. He couldn't do any ninjutsu, genjutsu. All it is Tai, and he's like, well, if we're gonna do anything for you, we're just gonna focus you on taijutsu because there's no reason for you to do anything else because you literally can't do anything else.
that's it's similar to what Guy Sensei went through. Like he sucked at other jutsus, so he mastered taijutsu. So it's kind of like that. Lee was the perfect matchup for him, which is why he's a great sensei for Lee. But for the entire team,
I mean,
like think of like Azuno's a great sensei for the entire team. Kakashi great for the entire team. Maybe not Sakura.
He let her participate.
Maybe not.
I
Sakura.
mean, like I'm thinking about Sakura, and I'm thinking about like, the not water 7, but them going to the mist, and I was like, what was Sakura's part in that besides just staying on the sideline and being like, Naruto and Sasuke were fighting Haku, Kakashi was fighting Zabuza. What was Sakura doing? She was protecting the old man and just standing there with him. And then I think about them like learning how to walk up the wall, like walk up the trees with their chakra. I was like, I don't remember Sakura doing that. I remember Sasuke and Naruto like fighting over doing that.
Yeah, because that was the one thing that Sakura was like already good at. Like when they went to go do the tree walking, Sakura was like, bam, good at it. Naruto and Sasuke sucked. So it became like them competing with one another to see who could get there, while Sakura was kind of like, chakra controls easy. Doop, 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 doop.
But also, like, Kakashi was a really good sensei. He taught Naruto all about the elemental jutsus as well.
Mm-hmm.
He also taught Sasuke Chidori.
He got
like,
Sasuke. He got Sasuke to Gaara. Sorry, he got Sasuke to Lee speed and Gaara level within what 2 months, 1 month, 2 months, whatever that training period was.
Yeah.
Like Sasuke was not ready, and then he got him to not master Chidori, but become good enough at Chidori and copy Rock Lee's speed and be able to fight Gaara and deal Gaara more damage than Lee did. Like actually stab.
Also, he was able to seal Orochimaru's curse mark at that too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Kakashi was that dude.
Doing the thing, man. And then going into the pain arc right before he died, he was able to save Choji because Choji was running away, and even though that's not his student, he did the jutsu to teleport the nail that Pain shot at him, and then he sent it to blow up the bomb that was chasing Choji so that Choji could get away and tell. Like Kakashi, that guy.
He is. But on Kakashi, not gonna lie, but he's a great sensei.
Man.
Anything else?
Well,
also, but Jiraiya like trained
Minato.
Minato, also Nagato,
Conan and Yaga. No. Yes. He trained the 3 kids in the hidden mist
But
village.
he only trained them so
so-
they can survive. Apparently, that's
yeah, but he still trained them.
He should have just let Orochimaru do what
Right
Orochimaru
away.
wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Orochimaru just wanted to kill them, and he should have just let that shit
Killing is
happen.
bad. Especially in war.
Orochimaru literally said, "Fuck them kids," and Jiraiya should have let him just fucking kill them. Like,
I mean, he didn't know they were going to turn out that way, and also it wasn't like Jiraiya's fault. He just taught them how to survive. It's just like a lot of coincidental circumstances that happened to like shape their worldview and then lead them down that path that they went down. So
Really, Hanzo, I think was his name. Is it Hanzo? With the guy with the poison frog. That's really what did it.
Yeah, I think that was Hanzo.
Oh man. But one of my favorite senseis in all of anime is quite clearly Koro Sensei
so
from Assassination Classroom. That's hands down my favorite sensei. To be able to teach a class of, what is it, 22 students, like all at the same time, like not only teaching them just like, because obviously they're being trained to assassinate him, trained in the ways of assassination, but he's actually teaching them life skills. He's like teaching them to grow as people. That killing isn't really the art of killing isn't necessarily like go out there and kill someone, but just like the truth behind it, and just really help these kids grow as people and in their actual intellectual needs. Like Karma, talented student, but needed a push.
He needed a slap in the face.
And and Koro Sensei kind of did to him. He was like, "Oh, you act this way, but like, you look how much you still have to go and how much you still have to learn." And taking him and was it Nagisa out there in the world and just like, going to baseball games overseas and different movies in different places. And when he was training everyone at the same time, like one teacher training everyone at the same time, it wasn't like, "Hey, I'm in front of a chalkboard teaching you XYZ." He was moving at his Mach speed to where everybody had a tailored individual instruction based on their actual needs of improvement, including whatever one of the students needed. Like, it was just wanting to get better in the anime world, like the manga. He Koro Sensei had one student where he dressed up as like a Naruto character to help him get better about that side of life. It was crazy. That's what Koro Sensei did.
Yeah, he really did, and he really helped each individual student grow. Like, even the irrelevant students in there, he helped them out and actually made them something more than just background characters, really.
He even freaking helped a robot.
Yeah,
he helped a robot become less robot.
That is right.
Yeah.
He reprogrammed the robot to be less, kill by any means, and instead was like, let everybody learn, and you can try to kill me outside of those learning lessons or in a more appropriate manner, to where the robot became friends with everyone. And then the two others, and then like the brother was like the half sibling of Koro Sensei, so the guy that also had the experiment done on him, and the girl that had that took the two tentacles in the back of her head. He everybody. Koro Sensei was out there just doing the damn thing.
Yeah, he was very altruistic, and especially like to set, hey, I'm gonna destroy the world, but only this classroom can kill me, and just doing your best to improve these people. Just, I don't know, he knew he was gonna die, and he was just trying to be altruistic with the time he had left. So that makes him have to be a top tier person, just in general.
It's like, I just look at the teacher that he got inspiration from, Aguri Yuki Maru or Mura, who's the one that actually inspired him when he was in the prison and in the cell. She was the one that was like, "Oh, these students, I care about these students because there's more to life than being like the degenerate of the school." Like, that's where his what?
Yeah. And weren't they like the worst? Oh, sorry.
They're like the dumb students.
Yeah, so he was saying like literally even these students have like great potential and just showing like the best of everyone.
Hey, that's because that was the class of the chick that Matt was talking about, and then she died, and he was like, "I'm gonna teach these kids in her stead while I still have time to live."
But he was an awful person before he started being a teacher. But that's
my favorite. Yeah, I mean, honestly, because he was an assassin, he was around top number one assassin, and it was just thanks to the hell. I think he got. I can't remember if he got tricked or if he turned himself in, but then once he was in that room being experimented on, but learning from her, and falling for her essentially, that's one thing that saved him. Or I guess didn't really save him because he died in the end, regardless. But that's the one thing that kind of turned his character around.
Not to bring back the point that best senseis die, but he did die. That's
yeah.
Point proven. Asuma died. Jiraiya died. Kakashi technically died one time.
Piccolo
Orochimaru.
died.
I was gonna say Orochimaru didn't die, but I guess
It's
Orochimaru died like a billion times, and he just keeps coming back through curse marks.
through weird
Yeah.
experiments, man.
There's always some part of him left behind. He's kind of
Yeah.
like he's more like Voldemort. Like there's just everything that he touches is a Horcrux, and there's just some part of him left in there.
Man,
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna come back through Sasuke's curse mark. No, Itachi tricked me and sealed me away. Don't worry, I'm still in Anko's curse mark. And then got something about Sasuke that way. He's like, oh no, I'm back again, but now I'm gonna
I'm
reincarnate
so
5
sad.
more
Like I'm
times.
just thinking about Koro Sensei's death, and man, that was
Koro
so
Sensei's
sad,
death.
man. It was the best way for him to go out, but at the same time, like I said, just like going on top of him, is like this is what happens. I remember reading. I'm like tearing up a little bit.
Aw.
It's
I know.
it's
Yeah,
that final roll call, bro. That final roll call is fucking top, man. That final roll call is something else.
I know. I really
Look
am.
at
I
Matt
can
tearing up.
rewatch.
I remember reading it. I was like, no,
Aw.
this is the best way to go out. Help! I'm about to get a tissue real quick.
It's all good.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen Assassination Classroom, I mean, it's totally worth it. Definitely top tier anime. Definitely one of the ones to bring. It's one of those animes where it's not like a slice of life. You know, slice of life you expect there to be sadness and crying in it. Not Assassination Classroom. You're like, oh, this is some action. This is some cool things. This is some good learnings. Then all of a sudden you're just like, why am I crying?
Right? It's just like because everything's so good, and then like things get serious, but they're so lighthearted most of the time. You don't expect like to end up crying at the end of it. Ugh.
Oh, Coral Sensei. Another interesting sensei. Oh, I guess I was looking at this. Another like great sensei though. Was from
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter.
I have,
Bisky.
I have her on my
Biscuit.
list for sure. No, even after when she's done teaching, she still teaches them in the next arc. At Great Island, she was easily the teacher and the trainer, and man, her and Killua's fight were so lackluster in that arc. But even after, like when she's trying to train Killua, after when they go in the Chimera Ant arc or Chimera Ants, and they come back, and she looks at Killua, it's like, what the shit, dude. Stop being this. Like, why are you always a scaredy cat when you can pick a fight and you know you win? You think of like your worst case scenario versus their best case scenario, but you can always win this one. I don't know what's going through your mind to do this.
Oh man, yeah, just like because it was her getting them to actually understand Nin. Like they just dabbled in Nin, and she was like, "Oh, they have no idea the true usage of Nin," and was great to like follow them and watch over them, and you know what? I think even had them in on Greed Island in some desert land fighting an expert Nin user and I think he was also a hunter maybe, but like she injured him or whatever. He was injured, so injured enough to where they could fight him, but have to learn better nin usage because if they did slip, he was still healthy enough to kill them, but he was injured enough that they could fight on their level combined. It was kind of crazy. Like she was perfect for
She
them.
wasn't that dude had a weird power too, like the hair, like he can taste hair and like read the minds of the hair. Because what he cut Biscuit's hair is like he's like, oh no,
That's
like you, I
disgusting.
don't mess with you. Like, don't do that. Like you are more deceiving than what you look like.
Yeah, Nin is a very subtle and like abstract power to learn and understand. It's also interesting that you get to, just abstract on it however you want, like going he does like John Ken, Killua using like Godspeed and whatnot, but
Yeah,
huh.
it has some cool usage when he used it against God, what was her name? Why am I blanking on the Chimera and art name?
Oh,
But
Pita?
like, P-
Pizza
is she
the cat one.
Pito? I
Are you
think
talking
Pete.
about?
Yeah,
The
that's
Is that the
right.
cat one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just like I thought John Ken was kind of dumb. I
Me
think
too.
I
Like
think
he
it's
only used rock
yeah.
ever.
I think that's why. I think that's why I think it's dumb is because he only
He
used rock.
only ever used rock.
He used scissors once in the early parts of the Chimera Ant arc, and he chopped that Chimera Ant in half or whatever. And I was like, why don't you just use this shit? Like this one looks a lot more useful than the fucking rock one you keep goddamn doing.
That's what pissed me off about John Ken. Like, it was mostly 9 times out of 10 it was rock,
It's just
and I was
it's
like,
like we know there's scissors and paper. What are those powers? Let us know them. But no, he never does it. I don't think he ever used paper, did he?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't think he ever did do paper. He did rock once, or scissor once, and rock a hill a million times. And
I'm gonna punch really hard.
yeah, like bro, something else, please. Like Hill was clearly showing us that his lightning in use has like 45 abilities, while you're just like, nah, punch things. Me go Hulk. And you're just like,
I have to charge it up too, so you gotta hold on for like 30 seconds while I charge it up, and I might have to dodge around while I do this. But John Ken,
yeah, he got that fucking
man.
special beam cannon. Hold on, guys. I gotta charge this son bitch up. Give me a second. No, hold him still, Goku. Hold Raditz still. I gotta charge it up.
Oh man, I was like, Biscuit has a lot of on the stream I have just thinking about like Genkai from Yu Yu Hakusho. Her and Biscuit have like very very similar ways to teach. Oh,
Yeah, because yeah, I can see that too. Because I think about like Genkai, she could also transform and had like a more youthful, powerful form, and Biscuit, she got like real buff. I don't know, that was weird, but
I think that's like her.
yeah, like how
form,
old
right?
she actually? Well, she's like technically like 55 years old or something like that.
Yeah, that's like her true form is to be like that, but she has the ability and usage, just like how Gon aged himself up. She knows how to age herself down, and without the ramifications that Gon had to do for aging himself up.
Well, she does it just so she doesn't like her appearance, and she has a spa power.
Yeah,
But like,
I don't blame her. She's kind of big.
thick,
Big chick.
thick.
She got them thick thighs.
thick arms, thick legs, thick
Right,
everything. But Genkai also, we can just move up in to Genkai as one of our next great senseis from Yu Yu Hakusho.
I love that little arc. Like it's like, oh, like he's
TG.
gonna be my student arc. It's like, I don't care if you guys kill each other. I don't care what you guys do to each other. I'm just gonna take one of you and one of you only. And Yusuke eventually becomes that. And
All Yeah, she put Yusuke through some hell of training. Like, we didn't really see a lot of like their training arc, but there's a lot of flashbacks to it when we go like later in the series, especially like during the Dark Tournament. And then she teaches him, was it shotgun?
the spirit
Did
gun,
she teach
yeah.
him shotgun?
She's the one that taught him because he can only use it 3 times during his battles before he like gets insanely fatigued.
Yeah.
I think it was shotgun as well. There was something that was taught in the Dark Tournament as well.
Yeah, it was like a fist attack, but then also like she was like, yeah, I'm also gonna just give you like whatever inside of me that allows me to use this amount of spiritual pressure, and you might die from it, because he almost did
Like
die
the-
from it, because he was like
Yeah, the power up,
squirming
and then
around
like
the
he has
ground.
to like unlock
Yeah.
his like true self from like the egg. That became like the little yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
shit
oh,
was
he
funny.
hatched, well,
Yeah.
like, what is he?
And it was like that derpy looking little
It's like a penguin
thing.
half big eared, whatever it was. It was cute.
It was cute.
So I thought about Genkai the other night, like in terms of one of the senseis, and then I was like, but this bitch's final lesson was like, let me go
It's
die.
like sacrifice yourself for the right part. but-
Hey, all
God,
senseis have to
it's-
die.
her,
Right, but Jiraiya's death was because he was trying to go investigate Akatsuki members and like Pain. And Kuro Sensei died because like Kuro Sensei had a timeline where he was going to die. Genkai was 100% like, this is my former student.
No,
I
it
let
was
this
like
person
love
get there. Or
interest.
not even
They
still.
were
I think
love
they were just
interests.
like partners. Yeah. This is like my but I let them get to this, let them get this far. I'm gonna go atone for my sins now. Like, bitch, no! Like, this is not how we do this.
Just remember, because like learning like they were actually like former lovers kind of thing was interesting. It's like I was like, Tagore, that you, yep. I just
Tagore, right?
Yeah,
Google it real quick. I was like, I'm frustrated. I can't remember his name. Tagore, but like Tagore was such a great villain.
he just kept getting more powerful, like for no reason. Like you just like, you know how powerful I can get? More powerful. It just kept
when he
powering
killed
up.
Kub,
More power. Yeah, Yusuke shouldn't have beat him.
Yusuke should have lost him.
Yusuke
Like
should have
he
lost him.
literally should have like killed their whole team. Like when he almost killed Kuwabara. And I don't know why he needed the Dark Tournament arc in order to just say, like, I just want a really good fight with Yusuke. He's like, he could just literally fought him anytime. He could have. But I guess.
No, he wanted to allow Yusuke to get as powerful as he could, and he wouldn't have been that powerful if Genkai didn't give him his power. Give him her power. Because that's how that works. It's like you just pass down the power itself. No amount of training would have gotten you that strong.
And I don't recall a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho because it's been so long. I just remember the Dark Tournament stuff because I rewatched specifically the Dark Tournament like a year ago.
Dark Tournament is
One of the
awesome.
best tournament arcs in anime.
Episode idea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Future. It's okay. Awesome. Okay. Next one I have is My Hero Academia, Azua. Azua.
Oh, Aizo, yeah. He is a great sensei just because he cares so much about his students. Like, because I'm trying to think of any instance where I'm seeing him, like, just show them how to use their powers. And I'm like, oh, when they were training with All Might, they were getting, like, learning a lot about how to use their power specifically in a way to improve themselves. But, like, him, he was just, a no-nonsense kind of teacher. But he just cares a lot about his students, and
He was super
Just a good guy.
intimidating. Like, 'cause I know I bring this up every time, but like I haven't really seen the anime for My Hero, but reading it. But like when I was reading it, I was like, oh, this dude's a bad. Like he's like, when he's first introduced, All Might was like, oh, like this is the hardest teacher that Deku could have probably gotten. And then when they were doing like the strength and fitness tests to prove themselves to be a part of Class 1A, like, and nobody really knew his power until he's like, yeah, I can just cancel your power out anytime I want to, just by staring at you.
honestly, he is one of the best people to have as a teacher in that school with people with quirks, because if anyone gets out of hand, he can just cancel their powers out so no one gets too out of line.
He's almost underutilized.
Even right now, he's still. I mean, I don't want to say anything what's going on in the manga, but like even with what's happening in the manga, it's still showing like, no matter what you've done, I am your teacher, and I'm going to take care of you. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
damn right, son.
Honestly, I feel like he's a better sensei than
Very much.
All Might.
I don't know. All Might kind of dope though. All Might's done this thing. Well, he teaches everyone to go beyond. Plus,
Surpass your
Ultra.
limits. But
this is what it truly means to go beyond.
Plus,
All Might's
Ultra.
just all face. I was thinking about this the other day. Like he really is just face. Like he's like whenever he like yes, there's crime and he helps solve crime, but like after he's done doing that, he just goes in the shadows and goes back to his weak form. And I guess that's what makes him powerful.
No, because he was like that before, but he's like the beacon of hope. He's just been this ever bright sign because there has been nothing that All Might couldn't fix. There's been no villain that he couldn't beat. There's been nothing that All Might couldn't do. Like, so he's just like been this beacon of hope. He's been the number one hero. He's been everything that the hero organization has stood for, that you know people look for in a hero, and he just could not let that facade down because he knew how much he meant to everyone, and he knew like what would happen after people knew how weak he actually was. Which, I mean, we saw how just the hero organization and the world in general just deteriorated after All Might's illness became apparent to everyone.
Yeah, with his final showing right after that, everyone was like, "And we can go fuck shit up now."
That was a cool scene. After like All Might and All for One duking it out, or One for All duking it out, and at the end of the scene, he's like, "Yes, I beat you, but it's like I know you're like this day had to happen of me exposing myself. Like I am not the person everybody thinks I am." That was a good teaching moment.
Who else you guys got?
I got one more. I got Reborn from Ketsuko Hitman Reborn. Great sensei. He just he's not really a great guy, but he'll just like throw you into a situation. He's like, yeah, you can do it, survive. Throw you into a pit of sharks. He's like, yeah, you'll be all right. You just gotta keep swimming. Stuff like that. But he's very good at giving you the right push that you need. But he's also just like funny as hell.
I know.
Man, you gotta watch Reborn. It's a and you can watch like I would say like the first 3 or 4 episodes and skip, to like episode 20 or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's when it gets good.
Is that the one?
Honestly, not even 20, like 25.
Yeah, that's the one with the character. He takes forever before he actually becomes a good character, the main character.
He's
just like
fine the whole time. He just
doesn't do.
Have you seen I haven't seen ReZero, but people talk about ReZero being kind of similar. Oh no, sorry, Tokyo Revengers. You know how much we hate. Well, we don't hate. But Takamichi, how much of a whiny bitch he is. Think of that. But like no spirit behind it. Literally just a crybaby. For
all the
25 episodes. Just that. You don't get the whole, I know I'm scared, but I have to do this. No. It's just like, I don't wanna, and just cry for 25 episodes. Like that. Just that.
And then he gets hit with some kind of spirit energy or something. I can't remember what it was. No, it's a gun. And
desperation shot. So
and then he like literally gets all this energy. He gets into his underwear, like all the rest of his clothes just burn off. And he's just running around and doing everything like to the max. And it's really annoying, and that's how it is for 20 to 25 episodes. It's really annoying at first.
However, Reborn is like my Tatsu anime. It is phenomenal. However, you got to get through a whole ass season.
It really sucks. But when you see Hibari Kyoya like taking out the trash, it's it.
Yeah, it's on my list, and that's.
Yeah, once the fight for the Bungalow Rings happens, then it turns up. Like from there forward, fantastic.
In the previous episode, our top animes. You both have it on your top anime.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so fucking good, and I just need to go back and rewatch that because it's fucking amazing. I was like, I could go back and rewatch Naruto. I think I should rewatch Reborn first.
I keep telling myself I'm gonna go back for Naruto, but I'm not gonna rewatch the whole because I'm rewatching all of One Piece and currently, great Sensei, Rayleigh.
No, he threw him on the island. He threw him on the island for 2 years. He's like, survive. That's all he did.
No. Rayleigh trained.
He taught him the basics of hockey.
For a year and a half, Rayleigh trained Luffy. For the last 6 months, Rayleigh left.
I thought he trained for 6 months.
For a year and a half, Rayleigh was there. He trained him for 18 months, and he left for 6.
He taught him all the basics of hockey, and he also taught him that, like, hey, you're going to get stronger in battle and not just in a training
I'm not going to let you sit here and badmouth Rayleigh.
I still love Rayleigh.
I mean, he did let the slave trade go on that island that he's been living on for, who knows how long. But
Rayleigh's goal at that point was he needed money. He's supposed to lay low as a pirate. He's a wanted man. As a wanted man, you can't do but so much.
When that wanted man, the government knows that he's on that island is not doing shit.
They didn't know. They had a feeling recently. It's talked about when Luffy and them get to there, and they're like, oh, the Straw Hats are there. Hey, there's also reports of this one person we're looking for possibly being there. They didn't know Shanks was there for 20 years, or Rayleigh was there for 20 years. They just, at the same time Luffy happened to be going there, they were like, hey, we hear reports that Rayleigh might be there as well. And then Rayleigh showed up to save the Straw Hats. And they're kind of like, well, there goes his retirement plan, because these motherfucking Straw Hats decided to come fuck shit up and send out admirals and pacifistas and now he can't hide no more because he's got to save people's lives.
That man wasn't
hiding. He was hiding behind.
Rayleigh was 100% hiding.
The right hand man of the Pirate King, and like he's going out and gambling. You think somebody would recognize him? It's like, were you not the right hand man for that guy that we all know?
Yeah, aren't you Rayleigh? Like you look very similar to your
like King Rayleigh.
You look very similar to this poster here. Like, yeah, they poster here has you with like blonde hair, but you're old now, so white hair. But like, you look the goddamn same.
It's like, why don't you have your sword with you? He's like, oh, my sword's just hiding right now.
I mean, Shaki's on the island too when she was a former pirate, but you know,
they both. Kizaru just doesn't do his job. He's like, oh, I know he's there, but I don't want to go mess with him. Kizaru didn't know. Again, they didn't know that they were there until the whole Straw Hat thing happened. And like that, at that same time, they had reports that Rayleigh was there. So when Kizaru went there to go after the Straw Hats, he ran into Rayleigh and confirmed that it was Rayleigh when he started fighting him, and Rayleigh was stopping everything that Kizaru was doing. And neither one of them were going at 100%, but we clearly saw that like old man Rayleigh could still hold his own against an admiral. Kizaru wasn't there for that. That's too much. That's too much to handle.
Yeah, Kizaru was never there for anything. He's like, you're strong. Do I really want to fight you?
Don't want to put effort in today.
That's what sucks about Kizaru. We never see him like actually try. Like, we know that like Akainu was getting like he was getting worked by Whitebeard.
Yeah, right.
Like he honestly should have died.
Man.
Don't eat. Fucking stupid.
Breathe, Dom. Don't let Marineford upset you again.
And you know what's crazy is that now rewatching it, I saw rewatching it that they called that the Battle of the Best, and I'm like, it's not though. Kaido wasn't there, Shanks wasn't there, Big Mom wasn't there. How you have it the Battle of the? Mm-hmm. Yes, Shanks was there at the end to end it, but yeah, I mean
stop the war by himself, Shanks.
As someone was saying, Akainu was getting worked by Whitebeard, and somehow Whitebeard
you gotta quake to the face, like, and you still live.
It
also
bent
like
his body in half.
A quarter of Whitebeard's face did just get like blown the fuck off. Like that did happen, and it wasn't shown well in the anime, but in the manga, that shit was rough.
Go back and listen to our Marineford recap. That was
It was a fun episode.
Sure. So we talked about. I forgot.
Man, did you?
I have Gojo with a question mark.
I saw him on this list.
I feel like Gojo's good because like he gave Yuji like a first-hand example of like domain and was just like working Jogo, and that was just funny.
But like, no, literally, like Gojo is there to save the day. He doesn't really provide lessons, and that's what I think he has. Like, I think the only time he really provided lessons was for Yuji in that situation. Because,
yeah, I mean, he had Yuji down in the basement watching horror movies, and had that. Was it a puppet or the doll that would just like punch him? A cursed doll that would punch him if his curse energy got out of him or something.
Or if he wasn't using curse energy to watch the movies. Because I'm trying to keep it to the anime because I know we know what happens in the manga with what goes on, but he's just there pretty much, and he's there to save the day most of the time.
I agree. And am I honestly a better sensei for freaking Yuji was Toto, Aoi Toto. Toto made sure that Yuji learned more about how to use his curse energy and like in the fist and how it was like your punch has its own actual force behind it and then the curse energy like teaching him like the whole like black flash or whatever it was like Toto did all of that for Yuji and fighting against Yuji himself and then fighting against that the special grade. Gojo just kind of grabs Yuji in random ass moments, and then it's like, "Hey, I'm going to do this
Even
really
the
quick.
first,
Watch."
even
Like
the
that
first time we
doesn't.
meet Gojo, like he let Megumi get wrecked by Sukuna before he comes in. And is like, oh, I was like, you okay, Fushiguro? And he's like, where have you been? It's like, oh, out shopping, getting souvenirs. We don't come over here too often.
Yeah, yeah. Gojo's kind of like, "I'm gonna let you be in it," and then like, "Oh, I'm gonna show you how I can win a fight. Like, let me show you. Like, hey, come here. This is the domain expansion. This is what the enemy's domain expansion looks like. However, if your domain expansion's better, look at my infinite void, you can break their domain and win the fight." But for Yuji, that was kind of like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I
You
didn't
literally
really learn anything.
you literally kidnapped me from a movie right now just to teach me something.
Yeah.
I was enjoying the
Yeah.
movie too. That's what.
Like the yeah, like the what y'all were talking about when it was like, hey, sit down here with these cursed doll and using like continue to feed it cursed energy so that it stays asleep, so that you can do that. That was some good training. Absolutely, that was great. But that was like the only thing he did. Outside of that, he just kind of was like, hey, let me teleport you here and show you this. Hey, let me hide you from everybody so they think you're dead. Like
He's like Goku. He's like, oh, let me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see you how you go against them, and then I'll show you how much stronger I actually am.
Yeah, I feel like was it Minami?
Megami.
No, not Megami. The one in the tan suit with
Oh,
the
Minami.
leopard print tie.
Nanami.
Yeah, like I feel like he was a better sensei. Like he actually would tell you like what's going on and explain why things are. But Gojo, he's just like, yeah, just be stronger than the other person. You won't have these problems.
And then if you're top, if you're best of the best, you can just beat these people.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Gojo, but I'm not.
Sorry,
so
I'm not part of. Sorry, I don't have the
How do I
six.
get more powerful?
What, the 6 stars power?
I don't know. Be blessed that way. I don't know. You go figure it out. That's not my problem. I've always been good. So like,
Hey Yuji, just be better.
that would be his advice. Be better.
And thinking that makes me go like, oh, can we say Captain
Same
Yami?
thing.
But no, because that was kind of Captain Yami's thing. Captain Yami's thing was the same thing. Be better. Go beyond your limits. Don't die or I'll kill you. Like what? Excuse me?
Because when they're
Also, what's his name? Fugurel. Transport me here. Also,
Yeah.
bring me some toilet paper because I'm
come
out.
here, I need you real quick. It's like, what's the problem, Master Captain Yami's like,
Thanks, Captain Yami. I guess.
yeah, because when they're in the underwater cavern, he's like, oh, good luck against these beast guys, the beast trio.
Oh yeah, because he was just sitting there watching the TV with the other guy.
He was trapped.
Yeah,
He was trapped. They had made this big ceiling thing in the room that he was in. He could not get out until he learned the interdimensional slash, and then he got out to save them.
Yeah, sure.
So you got to forgive Yami there. He was in a predicament himself. But outside of that, yes, his advice is always go beyond. Don't die. Surpass your limits.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks, coach.
Just do better than.
I'll make sure that when I'm dying, I remember you said don't die, and then I'll get better.
Just
I got
play
it. I
better.
promise.
Just play better ball than the other guy. Like, then you can't lose if you.
Dribble faster. Don't let him steal the ball. The basics.
Oh man, if it was that easy.
On
Well,
defense,
what
play
was that for?
defense. On offense, play offense.
What was I thinking this whole time? I had it backwards the whole time. I thought I was supposed to be doing worse than
That
this
makes
person.
more sense now.
Yeah.
Like,
Silly
since you
me.
said it out loud.
Now everything's super clear.
Oh man.
Gojo. Gojo.
Yeah, guys, those are our list of just different senseis that are fantastic in the anime world. And then some of the ones that are such jokes, great characters, but jokes as senseis, like we just kind of made at the end there with our oh so fun Gojo in Captain Yami. But We appreciate you guys being here. Be sure to follow us on social media. We're on Instagram as The Anime Feast, on Twitter and YouTube as Anime Feast. As Matt said earlier, if you go to the YouTube, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications. Drop those comments below. Who are your favorite senseis in anime or in the mangas that you're reading
Let
so
us know
far?
anybody we missed. Yeah.
And until absolutely, and until next time,
Peace.
Stay hungry, my friends. Peace.
peace.
Cool. Stop recording. You're gonna keep us on stream for a little bit so we can just talk. But no, I don't know what the deal is with my headphones or the other headphones. Like, I don't know why they like recapture and reverberate whenever I have them in. That's what happened last week. And I don't know. I'm gonna fix that problem this week because I like them. I like the black instead of the camo. And they also have better sound quality.
Okay. Just gotta get you a pair of those Pulse 3Ds.
That's the next goal. That's what I probably should have gotten instead of these.
You gotta get you some Bluetooth headphones. So you can use them for your PlayStation.
But honestly, like the Pulse 3Ds, like hearing stuff like around and behind you in COD when
like both my Sensei headphones, like I can still hear whatever because when we got our dub on Friday night, like I could hear, like I could still like hear, like it's like 3D, like I know somebody's running behind me if I hear them running. I still have that. That is. But I just need I need a Bluetooth. Yeah, I just need the Bluetooth to actually work, and so I don't have to have a wire. And like I know when Michael.
So
Michael.
I was gonna say with PlayStation, you're probably gonna have to have one that plugs into the USB port of the PlayStation. They do have it,
but it's just weird. Like when I have it plugged in, like people can't hear me, and I just need.
But I mean, that's what these are. You have the Bluetooth connector, like the whole the USB that goes into the back of the PlayStation.
That's what I have for these, but I don't know. Like I just need to tinker with it. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, guys. Oh, and
absolutely. I think conversations like that we just kind of make more general, or we'll really get it more fun. I haven't thought that quote Sensei in so long, man.
Yeah.
And I haven't.
I know.
And I have
bringing up old good memories.
Topic too. It's overrated and underrated arcs in anime. Like, what do you think is overrated? What do you think is underrated? Because I was thinking about it with a certain arc.
I think overrated is Chimera Ant.
That's what exactly. That's what I was like. I think it'd be a good topic. It's like. It's so long. It's
so fucking long. Like that's why it's overrated. It's like there's so much.
What's it called? The monster, like in One Punch Man right now, the monster arc. I mean, it's
Monster Association arc is fucking the worst.
That's how I feel about Chimera Ant. I'm just like, wow, like this thing that I did not think was gonna like really matter at all. When you're talking about the Chimera Ants and how they adapt.
There's so much development in the Chimera Ant arc. You get to see so many abilities from the Phantom Troop. You get to see Gon develop. You get to see Killer with new techniques. You get to learn a lot. In the heroes in the Monster Association, however, not a goddamn thing's happened. We have learned who Blast is, and that's about fucking it. Outside of that, 100 heroes have died. You just keep finding more and more goddamn monsters. The only development that's happened is Garo.
I mean, he's gonna get one punch by Saitama eventually too. Like we know what's gonna happen. That's why that's why I love that series and so much. Love and hate at the same time. It's like it's more about everything else around Saitama that we care about, but at the end of the day, we know what's gonna happen.
It was funny. I saw a meme. It was like a road split. One side was like bright and shiny, the other side was dark and gloomy. This side said Jujutsu Kaisen, this side said One Punch Man. It was like new weebs, and I was like, actually both sides are gonna look like that because they don't know about the Monster Association arc. Also, was it episode 0, chapter 0? That's coming out in March. to theaters. Tickets go on sale, I think,
Sweet.
February 25th.
Yes.
For
Do we
Jujutsu
want to do what
Kaisen.
we did last time and go to the what was it, Pickle Pub and go to Wakefield, or do we want to do Wakefield, or is there a closer one with the tri-state area?
I don't know because I don't know where it's gonna be, but we'll just see when it comes up. I'd be down going to like a Cine Bistro or something too. I've never been there.
What was I going to talk, man? That's something on my mind that I forgot it. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. That'd be fun next week.
Ooh, flash
For
sale on
over underrated arcs. 'Cause-
Yeah, I'm
and
definitely
then I
down
think
for
the
that.
week, and then I think the week after,
I
two
feel like
now
there's a,
will
like,
technically be our 1 year anniversary. So we can, that week we can just, I guess, talk about like the year in review and what we wanted to do for the upcoming year. If you guys are down for that.
Yes, I am also down for that. Gosh, why do I keep going blurry?
All right, say that again. I
Next
was
week,
listening to a funny
next
video.
week for overrated, underrated. But then the week after that, I think will technically be our 1 year anniversary, which is kind of crazy. So we can talk about like what we want to do for like a year recap, and then also what we want to do for like our ideas for this upcoming year, and we can like talk about goals and stuff we want to do too. I mean, we can do that regardless of recording it or not, but I think that'd be a nice little remembrance, or what do you ever want to call it?
Yeah, I like it.
It's time to read some chapters, and one of you guys got to get to Dr. Stone eventually. I need to talk to somebody who's caught up with it. It's so bad. I'm not sure if the app.
I know.
Much let you know what's going on, but I think it was a notification if you read it. But
I think I'm on like chapter 70 of Dr. Stone, so I think I have like 100 chapters to go.
more plus.
Let's see, what's Dr.
23,
Stone on? I'm on 65. No, I got a bit.
Because you're still probably in Japan then, right? You're still in Japan.
I'm sorry? Oh yeah. Actually, like, because I was just going back because I didn't remember a lot of like what happened. Like, I know that I was like doing like a little recap because I know that, well, Dom, you haven't finished it, so I don't want to ruin anything for him. But they're still doing this stuff with the other tribe.
You're still in the. You're still in the Stone War.
You know, the Stone Wars. Yeah. Sometimes that up.
Uh-oh. Let's go. So I'm reading Black Glove right now.
Black Clover's probably going to be quick.
Oh, you haven't read it yet? Dom's girl's in it. What is that? See, I think the devil that's sitting by and just watching the battle, he's going to be like the final.
Actually, the final boss. Mm-hmm. Actually, the final boss.
But he's annoying me a little bit, but that's...
If I did another just chatting stream at like 1 o'clock, what should the topic be?
I don't know. It's 1 o'clock football time. Something about football.
Football don't start till 3.
What do you want me to tell you?
Something that you would discuss. Like we did, like how we did starter Pokemon yesterday, and everyone was talking about Pokemon. Yeah. We talked a lot about Pokemon yesterday.
It got to an Assassin's Creed talk too.
what started with Assassin's Creed because Kitten was the first one that showed up, and they know me from my Assassin's Creed streams.
Do we know Ninx? I know Michael and Ninx were talking for.
Mm-mm. No, that's the one I call Kitten. But no, they're in Romania. So like they followed me. I think when I was started on the one Thursday or Friday I streamed at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They followed and talked for a while, and then when I started yesterday, they were like, "I've been waiting for your streams," and then we found out that the reason they haven't seen me is because I typically stream, 6 or 7 o'clock our time, PM, which in Romania is like 1 in the morning. They were like, "I'm in Romania, so the time's way off," and I was like, "Oh."
So are you gonna start doing like a weekly stream during the day?
I don't know yet. I feel like I kind of want to figure out a way to get like, maybe I can do a 12 o'clock stream, like a lunch stream. Just kind of cut my day from noon, stream from like noon to 1:30 or 2 o'clock, and then just add an extra hour on to the end of my day for actual work stuff. Then of course Saturday and or Sunday, I would be able to do actual streams and daytime streams, especially now that football season's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm mad at football right now. I'm just upset Packers are.
Why are you mad at football right now? I know you're still upset.
It's gotten easier because they've only just.
And then Michael was like, "Oh yeah, we haven't talked. I'm proud of you, Matt. We haven't been really that upset about the Packers losing." And then he's like, "Yeah, because you haven't brought it up until just now."
Yeah, it just sucks because I watched a video of like the 2014 game against the Seahawks, how they blew that game. I was like, and I remember watching it. And I was like, and that one hurt. That one probably hurt. I thought about that for like maybe 3 weeks before It took 2 weeks for me to get over that one because they literally had the game won. That one still hurts, and when the Saints lost to the Rams without that blown pass interference call, like I looked at everybody, I was in New Orleans, and like everybody was just so somber, and they're like, we were there, like if they didn't just happen to do that, and it's like the 12 other things that went wrong for the Saints that once during that game, and it's like guys, I know what you're feeling because I felt like that in 2014 with the Packers. I know, and it's gonna take about 2-3 weeks. I know what you're feeling.
The pain it'll scab over. It's gonna hurt for a while though. It's still gonna sting.
And the Packers been like in the NFC Championship game like 2 times, and we lose to the 49ers, and then to the lost to the 49ers one time, and then what was last year, Tampa Bay, and it's like we're just so close. We're always right there. We're always in reach, and like I know, but that's
Not
what
anymore.
the manager at Tiki, he's like, I don't even care about winning the Super Bowl. Like, yes, I just want to be a part of the game. Like, I don't even care if we win. Like, I just want my team. Like, I just want the team to be in the game, and so I can just enjoy the celebration. If we win, that's just icing on the cake. But I just want to be in the Super Bowl. And that's
fair.
Like, yes, winning Super Bowl, I think it's fantastic and everything. But like, just having the opportunity to be in the game is better than just even winning, I believe. Because like you just talk about the hype of the game until the game happens, and you're just discussing it for a couple of weeks, and it's just excitement. But then when you're not in it, it's just like, I just wish they were in it. And that's for the Panthers. That's for any team too. That's for any team. Like,
Watch.
I can't wait. I really do want. I don't think the Bengals have a shot though, because it would be so. I think.
We'll see. What time is the Bengals game? Is it
3? The Bengals is the first one, 3, and then the 6:30 is the
49ers and Rams.
Rams game.
Like, it's just funny when we were talking yesterday. Michael called and he was like, "Big Dick Joe." Man, Joe. I do love some Joe Burrow though.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get off here. I'll probably see you guys online. Gaming later.
Might be gaming. I don't think I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna go visit Dad for a little bit, and I haven't seen him. But
No, you're good.
I'll probably be online later also.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can get.
If you have ideas, let me know because I want to do that. Otherwise, I'll just stream whatever we play.
Sounds good.
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
we'll play a
sounds-
game of FIFA or two,
Yeah,
Matt,
sounds good, guys.
later today.
All right, deuces.
Peace, fellas.